smoking on? You still smoking on Mikey? No.
Say, I'm smoking on my own dead homie.
I'm smoking on my own damn.
Oh yeah. Go. Come here. Come here.
Just chill, boy. Yo, just chill, boy.
God.
One rapper got checked in the mall for scamming his fans over $100,000. And 6ix9ine got humbled for dissing one of Lil Durk's dead homies. These are times entitled rappers got instant karma. First up, we gotta talk about GBO Gaston, because he thought it would be a good idea to diss dead celebrities, thinking it would make him look gangster. Because after Nipsey Hussle passed away, he started claiming to be the one who took him out. And he even went as far as throwing a cup of his leak on Nipsey's mural.
Dead homie, where I'm at, you see the time and all that, 7:40. Dead homie, you see the piss? Finna throw piss on cuz on the dead homie's cuz, look. Piss on.
Then, not long after that, he allegedly went to Nipsey's grave and disrespected him again.
Get on cuz grave. There's no dead homie. It's no headboard, cuz cuz not, like, no, they don't want nobody to find it, so on the dead homies, I'm blow that cuz grave. This is that, right? Exactly.
Gaston originally came up as a Minecraft YouTuber, but since he wasn't gaining buzz fast enough, he started going crazy on social media, chasing clout and trying to act hard. He'd even pull up on celebrities' homes just to talk crazy and gain clout.
Right here. Damn. Adam. Hey, stop popping it. Spit on cuz. Adam, come outside. Stop popping in the interviews, come.
But people eventually got tired of all the trolling, and videos started going around showing what he's really like when someone really about that life catches him lacking. For example, one video shows someone spotting him in the street, and when they tried to press him, Gaston allegedly ran into the police station. Someone also saw him in court and said they were gonna put their hands on him, but it's unclear if they actually did it. And another dude called Gaston and made him apologize for disrespecting Nipsey.
Against the gang and no, my. That's the piece of all. Say sorry, bro.
I'm sorry for all my sins.
Yeah, we're don't do that no more, bro.
Thankfully, the dude didn't harm Gaston since he only made him apologize. But things took a turn for Gaston when some Hoovers caught him lacking in the streets a few weeks later. And unfortunately, he wasn't as lucky this time because they beat him badly since they were tired of all the trolling. Hopefully, Gaston goes back to gaming like he started off before the wrong person catches him and things get out of hand, since people don't take dissing the dead lightly. Now, let's move on to a dude from New York named Freshie the General, who caught one of his ops lacking on live and filmed it for everyone to see. One day, Freshie and his friends were chilling on the block, dancing and listening to music while on IG Live, until one of his men noticed someone unusual pass by them. Once they realized who it was, Freshie and his boys instantly started trying to chase the dude down.
No. That's Quay. Yo, we on it. What am I about? What am I about? What am I about to do? Okay. What is it? What am I about to do? No, Quay. No, nah. You know we was boy. Quay. We had caught you, boy. Quay. And we ain't got no match. Quay.
They didn't catch him at first because the guy named Quay was riding a dirt bike. But not long after, Freshie and some of his homies caught Quay again, this time while he was at work.
I don't want no beef.
What?
I don't want no beef.
What, Quay?
The dude named Quay kept telling them he didn't want to do anything since he was working and didn't want to lose his job.
Quay, what happened?
I'm gonna wait till I get off work, bro.
What happened? Quay?
I'm not on no time.
What happened, Quay?
Yo, look, I know who it is.
Hold on. Hold on.
And the reason they kept trying to get at him was because of all the dissing of dead people he was doing online.
No stop. Is he
Okay, and we smoking boom.
Is he smoking Dell?
We smoking
Is he smoking Dell? Is he smoking Dells, nigga? I'll clock you in your face. What is
But when you move like that, there's always a chance that you might end up on the wrong side of a beating. And that's exactly what happened next. Because Freshie's karma caught up with him. And another guy from New York named JD ended up catching Freshie slipping.
That's crazy, Freshie. You could die right now, no. You could be a spliff right now.
And not long after this, JD and his homies caught Freshie in the streets and handed him a brutal beatdown. They dragged him across the concrete and embarrassed him even more by giving him a wedgie like a little kid. But next up, we gotta talk about this local New York rapper who was talking tough and dissing dead people online until he got caught and pressed by the deceased person's family members. The dude was obviously feeling himself and trying to get some clout. So he uploaded a video on the gram of a diss track he made. And not long after he posted that, he got caught and pressed for all the dissing he was doing. He definitely didn't keep the same energy when he got caught.
Who you smoking on? You still smoking on Mikey? No.
I'm smoking on my own dead homies.
I'm smoking on my own damn homies. Who your dead homies? Matter of fact, who your grandpa? You smoking on grandpa?
Yeah, bro.
You smoking on grandpa?
Yeah, bro.
The dudes even made him lick the bottom of their shoe since they were pissed at him for dissing on their people.
Lick my man's forces.
Lick the top of my forces right now.
Lick his force. I'm not playing anymore.
And thankfully, they didn't harm the guy. They just made him apologize because things could have gotten way worse since people don't take dissing the dead lightly. But now let's talk about Chicago rapper Bloodhound Lil Jeff, because Jeff was growing insanely fast back in early 2024. And he was a rapper known for not being afraid to crash out because many knew Jeff as the menace who used to roam Chicago streets. And one time, he even upped his strap on an op's whip while he was riding past their block on live.
I'm finna play that next.
On that black car.
Wait.
And another time, he came across a random guy on the street and decided to almost crash out for no reason.
This ain't one of these. You think you can run from this? Get your back. You can. Hey, try to run. See how fat? I'll get out this car right now. Now I'm just playing. Hey. I love you, Blink.
It was rumored that Lil Jeff allegedly had 10 bodies. And since Jeff was going crazy in the city, many interviewers wanted to catch up with him. So one day, DJ UTV invited Lil Jeff and the other Bloodhounds on his platform to do an interview. During the interview, DJ U asked Jeff how he is getting all his jewelry and stuff, since Jeff has tons of jewelry but hasn't made much from rapping yet. And Jeff lets him know off hitting licks and stuff.
Suck. That's sweet.
Okay.
$3.99. They be giving them to me, really. They just be letting them keep them type. Like, they put them on, I just keep them.
They be friendly as hell. Word. I see he's still on
They
your
be letting
wrist,
me
right?
have them, bro. I got my own. Well, it was like it's both of ours. And then we got another one. And then it's another one, but it's not here right now. One of the other guys got that. And then, we got, man, you be seeing that shit.
It's rumored that Jeff allegedly smoked 2 high schoolers before for trying to run off with his jewelry. And DJ U tries warning Lil Jeff that he needs to lighten up and change his life, since he knew that all the rumors he's been hearing aren't just coming out of nowhere and are likely to be true, since DJ U didn't see a bright future for Jeff.
I know y'all grown. I ain't y'all daddy. But I ain't even finna sit here and act like that. Ooh, man.
Nah,
Y'all gotta, you know,
You're for that.
just tighten up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
We tight on for sure.
hey, nah, for real, Lil Jeff. You hear me? Because you got a lot of potential, bro.
Tight on. I'm not loose out here, bro. I got my better, man. You just hit, and it sound like you believe in it, bro.
Man, cause hey, look, I used to DJ for Vaughn, right?
The people,
And they used to say all type of crazy.
see what I'm saying? So you should be used.
All that true.
Yeah.
But it's like Jeff wasn't really listening to what DJ U was saying. Later in the interview, they started talking about karma, and DJ U tries to let Jeff know that the energy he's been putting out might end up catching up to him. But Jeff lets DJ U know he doesn't believe in karma or bad luck.
Like the energy you putting out, like onto the internet and stuff. Don't you think
Hell
that?
nah.
Okay.
I don't believe there's no bad luck and karma and dumb. Not real.
Then, a few weeks after the interview with DJ U, things caught up to Lil Jeff. On June 8th, 2024, Lil Jeff was back in Chicago in his ops territory, and video footage showed the incident because Jeff was on a drill trying to take out one of his ops. On the video, Jeff can be seen shooting at someone and chasing them into a house when out of nowhere, someone within the house returned fire and ended up hitting Lil Jeff in the chest. Then not long after Jeff died, his ops would go online making fun of him and celebrating since Jeff got killed while trying to kill someone.
They say they chopped that brain.
And Jeff maybe should have taken DJ U's advice, since he already knew how things would play out for him. But now, let's move on to 6ix9ine, because he's another rapper who talked very disrespectfully of his ops. Because 6ix9ine has beef with many rappers in the past, and back in February 2021, he hopped on IG Live to diss all of his ops, including King Von, Lil Durk, Lil Reese, and 600 Breezy.
How happy he is. He sacrificed. Look,
Look how happy he is. Look at this dead shirt. Look at this dead shirt. Look. Yo, you think King Von thirsty? I think King Von thirsty. Look, yo, drink that. I'ma pee on you. Niggas don't care about you. Yo, wasn't there a video they stole all his jewelry? After Von died, they stole all his jewelry, his own man's. Rest in piss. Oh, y'all tell Meek, Lil Snoop, rest in piss. Stop bringing it. Yo, you don't gotta bring it up by yourself, right? You tough by yourself, right? Bro, put away, cause when you self, you didn't pull that out. Man, I don't wanna.
And 6ix9ine was non-stop with the dissing because he even linked up with a Dirk lookalike named Perkio. Perkio had already linked up with Dirk, but he allegedly got set up to film a video with 6ix9ine in which 6ix9ine pulls out a jacket with King Von's picture on the back and puts it on Perkio to disrespect Dirk.
This guy broke the jacket. You know what I'm saying? The whole jacket. Good, just leave the jacket on.
And since 6ix9ine was also beefing with Chief Keef, he had dropped a bounty on Keef's head and had paid one of his homies, known as Kuda B, $20,000 to shoot at Keef while he was in New York. And thankfully, Keef didn't get hit.
Chicago rapper Chief Keef is doing fine tonight after being shot at in New York. The 22-year-old seen here in this file video was outside the W Hotel in Manhattan early this morning when a single bullet came at him.
But 6ix9ine didn't stop there, because right after the shooting, he took to IG Live taunting Chief Keef and making fun of him since they shot at him.
New York City, we had them make a post saying I'm hungry. You tough, right? You know what I'm saying? It just can't just. You hungry? You was hungry.
But people eventually got tired of all the tough talk, and 6ix9ine's actions would catch up to him. Because in March 2023, 6ix9ine was working out at LA Fitness in Florida when some dudes at the gym spotted who he was. So the dudes followed 6ix9ine around and eventually got him into the restroom. And from there, the dudes started roughing him up. And since 6ix9ine didn't have his security to back him up, the dudes ended up doing him pretty bad. But speaking of Lil Durk, let's move on to Chicago rapper Mubu Crump. Because one day, he decided to go live at the location Lil Durk's cousin Nooski died at and talked very disrespectful about Nooski since they were known ops.
I mean, Nooski. They left his here. You feel me? They left his here on folks and them tweaking. Buying some shoes. Y'all see real. Hey, me up here on folks and this. I look like Nooski. Hit his.
Then, not long after this, Crump decided to get more disrespectful. So he pulled up at the location Lil Durk's manager Chino died at and decided to do the same thing.
Hey, y'all got that order for Nooski? Chino burger. Yeah, y'all got it. Hey, right?
Crump would then go on to troll Nooski again on live.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you. Look, you wanna know why I say Nooski name all the time? Cause Nooski told me he was on a bro. So then it was funny to me when he got clapped. Like when it was funny to you. Clap you, I'm gonna put this up there like.
And he was non-stop with the dissing and trolling. But on May 25th, 2018, things would change. Because Crump was at a house party with 051 Melly. Both of them were standing outside the house when a car drove by and somebody started sending shots. Melly was shot multiple times and one bullet even grazed his head. Unfortunately, Crump was shot twice in the arm and twice in his torso. And he was later rushed to the hospital where he died from his injuries. And Crump probably should have eased off of the dissing, since it always catches up to you. And the same thing happened to YBC Duel, because Duel was a rapper from Philadelphia, known for his extreme antics and dissing dead ops on songs. And some of the disses were so disrespectful, he even earned the name Mr. Disrespectful from his fans. Because he even went as far as digging up one of his ops' graves back in February 2024.
Tombstone, I'm gonna dig his shirt up. Hey, yo, where Connie at, yo? Connie, where the
And that wasn't all, because in May, he was on an episode of No Jumper, and he completely went off on all his ops.
All ops, CCK, LMG, 56th Street, Belmont, y'all never got back. No, 44 CB Taman, y'all. Look, 38th Street, 38th Street, I ain't even gonna lie. The Dub too, and who else? I ain't gonna lie, it's many more. Collar Hill, Parkside, Bud, Blue for Bud. Is the real disrespectful. I'm gonna who you is. I will disrespect.
Then, just the day before Brandon Buckingham had posted an interview he did with YBC Duel, in which Duel talked on his beef and his ops, and about how he and his crew were really getting the ops smoked. He even mentioned how almost no one in the hood, including his ops, were ever outside. Because according to Duel, he and his gang were terrorizing the block up.
Nobody outside. The hood up. Like when you in down Kennington, how the whole, like everywhere outside, bro. It's not like you gonna get shot down here, bro. Like what be talking about in my reps, bro. Go listen to it. Everybody getting shot. Mom, dad, sisters, brothers. Ops. We proving a point.
And it almost sounded like he was bragging about it at one point. But his ops would eventually get the drop on him. And on August 23rd, 2024, a car pulled up on him while he was at a stoplight in Philly and let off 5 shots, hitting him in his hand and chest before speeding off down the street.
We are learning new details about the investigation into the murder of a person police say is a well-known gang member.
His friends tried rushing him to the hospital, but tragically, he ended up passing away. And he probably should have eased up with all the dissing, since that's how many of his homies also went out. Now, let's move on to Jacksonville rapper Fulio, because Fulio was known for being one of the most disrespectful rappers from Florida, and he would always take things too far. Like the time he was beefing with Young and Ace, because Ace had barely made it out alive after getting hit up by his ops. Fulio went on to send shots at Ace and diss his brother and 2 best friends, since they were also with him when the shooting went down. But unfortunately, they lost their life, and Ace was the only one who survived. So Fulio told Say Cheese in an interview that he was happy that the situation happened to the guys, and he didn't feel bad about it, saying,
I wasn't cool with quite a few other people who died. I said what I said,
Fulio was non-stop with the dissing too, because he and his gang dissed way more than Ace and his people did. Because Fulio and his partner Kojak remixed Spot 'em Got 'em beatbox and got very disrespectful on the song. Because on the song, Fulio makes fun of Ace and his people, saying,
Corbin got kidnapped, they found his bones, he was right. Corbin, meet you us the boss. They not done at the food till they walked this sat dive in the ground. Curtis felt around. Corbin got kidnapped, lost, got okay.
But Ace couldn't let all the dissing slide, and he and his crew eventually clapped back with his diss track called Who I Smoke. The song sampled the pop track 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton, but the lyrics are what shocked everyone. Ace and his partners took shots at Fulio and all his dead homies due to all the dissing they were doing, with bars like, I'ma shoot this when I mother see you. I don't go nowhere without my mother. He cool. Smoking on Lil Petey. I was smoking Trey D too. And 12 paramedics couldn't save your life, boy. Rod K dead, and he never coming back, boy. After Ace, Spin a Benz, and Whopper with the Chopper went mega viral with this song, Fulio clapped back since he wanted to get a more viral diss. So he dropped another diss named When I See You and sent shots at Ace's brother and homies who died in front of him back in 2018. Fulio started off the video with a news report about the shooting that left Ace's brother and 2 homies dead. He also printed out a flyer with their pictures on it and danced in front of it while dissing them at the graveyard with lines like, went out to eat on his birthday, 4 shot, 3 dead in the worst way. He kept dissing on me, now we smoking 23. And Ace and his crew had chilled with all the dissing since it brought the wrong attention. But Fulio and his partners were non-stop because he and some of his homies went to 23's grave and posed in front of it. They even held up Jordans in front of his grave to be disrespectful. But things would change for Fulio forever on June 23rd, 2024, because Fulio was out celebrating his birthday and having what seemed to be a pretty good time. But he made a grave mistake by letting everyone on IG know what hotel he was staying in. And not long after, around 4:40 in the morning, gunshots could be heard in the parking lot of a Holiday Inn. Fulio and 3 others had been hit, and unfortunately, Fulio would lose his life. Many suspected that Ace might have dropped a bounty on Fulio, and in another interview, Say Cheese asked Fulio if he feels like he has money on his head, and Fulio said this.
Do you feel like you got money on your head?
I done heard a few rumors in the streets, but yeah, something like
because
that.
I've heard you say that before. I've heard multiple people say that before publicly, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, is this a crazy figure? Are we talking big money, or is this
I say it's a pretty penny. So it's a pretty.
And Charleston White even spoke on the situation and said that Fulio had it coming since he worked hard to die due to his actions and things he was doing when he was alive.
Got that black boy, you say they done got that Fulio boy. I told him they would go get him. Yeah, nah, well I didn't tell him they would go get him. I just knew they would go get him. Cause the boy works hard to get got. Now that it's hard to get shot on. Man, they shot his foot off last year, give him that pirate nub. Man, still got his foot shot off, ain't supposed to be bouncing around on his birthday. Man, get somewhere and sit down and rest that foot and work your hips. And then I'm thinking, at the Holiday Inn, no protection on the Holiday Inn. They ain't even got valet parking.
And now, let's move on to this next rapper who got caught lacking on live after dissing. Because Indian Red Boy is a rapper and gang member from California associated with the Inglewood Bloods, who's known for beefing with the Rollin' 60 Crips. Because a member from the Inglewood Bloods even defaced Nipsey Hussle's mural and tagged his name over it, letting everyone know who did it. And Nipsey's people didn't take this too well, so they made a video telling the Bloods if they don't punish this guy named Capone who did that, they're going to take things into their own hands.
Because you got homies that love them. And you gonna come over here and put this baby. Alright, I bet you gonna change your name today. I bet you that. Y'all need to be right now before the homies mount up and come do some to y'all.
But not long after the video, Indian Red Boy got into the situation and defended Capone, then went on to diss the Rollin' 60s. But not long after all of this, Indian Red Boy was chilling in his car, laughing with Capone on Instagram Live. But out of nowhere, you could hear shots going off in the background. Red Boy is then seen gasping for air. So Capone asked him for the location he was at, but Red Boy could barely make out the word Hawthorne before passing away. And since the defacing of Nipsey's mural brought a lot of attention to the two of them, a lot of people assumed that the incident was their way of getting payback. But now, let's move on to the Island Boys, because 6ix9ine isn't the only rapper who always acts tough and gets embarrassed. The Island Boys are also known for trying to act gangster in the street. So one day, a dude spotted one of the Island Boys out in public by himself and decided to press him. And his energy definitely wasn't the same as how he acts online, to say the least.
When you come to this city, you gotta check in with me. I'm everywhere, you feel me? Yeah, you gotta check in. But talking though. It don't matter. It don't matter. When you come here, you gotta check in with me. I talking online. I really be doing that out here for real. Hey, look, I thought you was living some type of way in real life though. Ain't you really like that though? You say you gangster everywhere you go, right? No, but you say you was gangster though, right? Yeah, I feel you. And stop trying Enzo too, you feel me?
Thankfully, things didn't get physical in this situation. But I can't say the same about this next rapper who was with a group of his friends when he decided to rob someone. He must have been feeling himself with the first hit, because just a few weeks later, the dude went back to the same person again to try to rob him, but wasn't so lucky this time and ended up getting what he deserved. Because when questioned about the situation, the dude got very nervous and revealed everything.
So who robbed me?
Trayvon Wright.
And who else?
And Kylan.
You trying to pay me with this, right?
Yeah, they sent me on the mission.
Whose Instagram? They sent you what?
They sent me on this mission to come do this right here.
To rob me again, right?
Yes. Trayvon Wright and Kylan. I don't know his last name, but that's...
And things only got worse since the dude holding the camera is pissed at the rapper for robbing him. And he started to threaten that he was going to do something very bad to the guy.
I'm gonna really knock you, cuz.
That's Boobop.
I don't give a... So why did they rob me?
The dude definitely didn't have the same energy. And he also revealed everything about his friend as well.
You don't tell me the story.
About Rolex train up to me, right?
Okay.
7,000. I meet up with Eldorado Park. They robbed me, put me at gunpoint and everything. Once they
what kind of guns were they?
They was just black guns. I don't
black
remember.
Guns. Did they have?
Yeah.
What did they have?
And one had
what they have?
One had a beam on it, and then another one had.
What color was the beam?
Red. It was red.
Okay.
They robbed me with that at nighttime.
What else was there? How many guns?
And it was only 2 guns that I seen. I remember it was only 2 guns.
Thankfully, the rapper didn't get harmed in this situation. But I can't say the same about these next people who got caught lacking. Now, let's move on to Lil Reese, because on May 15th, 2021, reports claim that he and 3 other dudes were involved in yet another situation when they had stolen someone's whip, and Reese would end up getting instant karma in this situation.
3 people were shot on the near north side this morning. One of them, rapper Lil Reese.
He was grazed by a bullet, and this is not the first time Lil Reese has been the victim of gunfire. He was also shot in 2019.
The situation went down over a stolen car that Lil Reese and his men were riding in, because a 55-year-old father used his GPS tracker to find his son's stolen SRT Durango. The GPS led him to a parking garage connected to some luxury apartments. And when the father approached Lil Reese and the other man in the car, things took a turn. So the driver of the Durango tried fleeing, but ended up hitting a pole, causing the guys to jump out and try to run. That's when someone started hitting at him, and during this altercation, Reese was scraped in the eye. In the video, you can also hear the dude screaming at Lil Reese since he was mad about his son's car getting stolen. And thankfully, Lil Reese has been out of trouble lately for the most part. Now let's talk about TJX6, because he's a scam rapper from Detroit that was growing insanely fast back in 2019 due to his songs such as Dark Web, Blackmail, Swipe Story 3, and his dynamic duo collab with Casher Quan. But things haven't been looking too good for TJ lately. And TJ's been getting a ton of karma, it seems. Because back in January 2023, he even got exposed for allegedly scamming an escort that he had hooked up with since he didn't pay her the money he owed.
Aren't you a rapper? No, I'm a rapper. Yeah, you do. Oh, no. Yeah, you do. You do rap. You know, rapping fell off. Like, what about it? You're paying for
TJ originally started scamming when he was in elementary school by selling fake Zaza, but his first real online scams took place on Twitter, where he'd pose as a legitimate link for various electronics such as laptops, Apple Watches, Xboxes, and PlayStations. And people would hit him up thinking he had access to a warehouse, but after wiring over the money, TJ would then go on to ghost him. He was making thousands, but after his rap career started getting a buzz, he moved on to scamming his fans. He'd eventually pretend to link up with other artists like Black China just to scam them. Because he told Adam about that one time he linked up with Black China for a $3,000 promo. He sent over the money, and at first, everything seemed cool. But a few days later, the money suddenly disappeared from China's account, and TJ told Adam,
it never comes back to them when the people don't get it.
Oh yeah. The promo people. I used to have the people that I'm scamming. I used to have them send directly to the promo person. So after like a week or two, refund. But I don't really care because I already made my money. So I basically scammed Black China and all them people. You feel me? So that's bro. Like,
but she got her money.
Huh?
She got her money, right?
Yeah, she probably got her money, but it's still her account probably got negative $3K.
And even HBO wanted to get up with him for a documentary. But all the scamming would eventually backfire, and he'd lose everything, including his career. Because he even told Say Cheese that he blew $1 million deal almost immediately after signing it.
The last thing we really heard about you were you signed $1 million deal, and then you basically blew it. That's what Cashier Quan said in our viral interview.
Basically, the money, it's like, I don't got as much as I had. I don't got millions no more, but millions.
And after his downfall, rappers like Punch Made Dev and Baby Tron started taking his place. And Dev even pulled up on TJ in the mall one day to press him for scamming his fans.
Look who running. Lil TJ. Touch me. Touch me. That's what I thought. Your kids. Don't talk nothing on the internet no more. None of the internet no more.
Nothing about kids. He had the chance to come outside. I pulled up on him. I said, run the ones. Run the ones. He took 5 steps towards the door and turned around and said, he got a gun. He got a gun. That's when I pulled out the video.
And he probably should have chilled with all the scamming, since karma was bound to happen at some point. But if you thought that was crazy, one rapper dissed his op so bad, he got killed less than a day after the interview. And another dropped a diss on G Herbo so crazy, he got gunned down by his crew just a few months later. So click this video to see rappers who got killed over interviews.